Hello and welcome back. Today's video share is my first design team project for tsunami-rose.net, and I'm super excited. I went a little bit greedy because we could choose up to 10 different kits, and I did. So I started, I wanted to create, and I wanted to make one journal. You see, I ended up with two. I have chosen to go with her Botanicals. Lots of Botanicals. She has gorgeous Botanicals in her shop. Please check out her shop. I will link all her links down into the description box. I went with some black and white kits as well as usual kits she has. And I show you this more in detail when I go through the journals. Two journals, so this video will take a little longer. I will go through one more in detail and the other one a little bit faster because the style of these two journals are equal, but they are not or similar, but they are not equal. So I have used pages in this that I haven't used in this, and the opposite. So the similar style, but they are not equal. Let me show you this one first. So they are both one signature journals, DIN A5 size. They are almost flat, a little bit chunky. One signature. They have fabric on the outside and the inside, and in between a thick cardstock. So I don't want it to cover the gorgeous fabric up with here some reinforcement. It doesn't need a reinforcement, so it's lovely and sturdy. This gorgeous fabric came from Spain, from my friend. It feels like a little bit like upholstery fabric. I've set for the closure some eyelets, and the closure is dyed sari ribbon that I have dyed. Let me see if I'm in frame. Yes. So here I made on the front, I made a collage with some coffee-stained cardstock, some vintage music. Here in the background, here, this is a piece of my masterboard from eco-dyed paper. Here's a little bit, and here from Tsunami's Rose kit. As so is this word. It says courage, so I will call this journal Courage. And here a fussy cut flower, because it's all very botanical and super flowery. During this renovation here, I had too many time, and I fussy cut hundreds of flowers, and I put as much as I could here into the journals. So let me open this. It opens up like this. So you can see, this is sturdy, but you can lay it almost flat. Here on the inside, this fabric is stamped. I'll show you. Not stamped, I have stenciled on this fabric. Here the leaves. This pocket is in one of her kits. Here's my mason jar that I, from now on, you put it here into the front pocket. And this tag comes with her kits. This is a black and white kit, and I have printed it on marbled stationery paper from the company, so it's not white. As usually, if you get a black and white image with a transparent background, you print it on paper. The background is what you printed on. So if you want to print on green paper, you can use always this black and white printables. I have chosen to go with the marbled. It's a little bit beigey, greeny, marbled stationery paper, and I have backed it with green coffee stained paper. And loose fibers for free. I'm sorry. So I made a lot of sewing here. and I let the threads, if you don't like them, you can easily cut them off. The first page here, this here in the background, is also a black and white printable from her, a Botanical, and I have printed it on craft paper. This is from her. This is also a black and white printable, and I also printed this on this greeny beigey stationery. Added here this sari ribbon and backed this with green cardstock or paper. This is a tag from a book page from the Victorian Flora album and a sari ruffle. This is also from one of her kits, so I have chosen really 10 kits from her, different kits, and it's full, it's stuffed, but you can still really journal in them. And here in a pocket, and here I have stamped an image from flowers. This is an index card, so around I have this punch here, and I added a flower. Like I said, I fussy cut hundreds of flowers, and I put as much as I could into the journals. So, coffee stained paper from me. Our paper here in Germany is acid free. Some stenciling, a very light little bit of stamping, a script stamping, and a fussy cut flower. So, a tag pocket that I have stenciled. Here again, one of her black and white printables, and I printed on craft cardstock. Here's a little mini index card. And here I made this little thingy, punched it out. This is one kit of her, and this is another kit. And I have added a quote: "The earth laughs in flowers." This is not from her. This is my eco-dyed printable, and I think a Nickel Booksmith. But I thought it's really cute to add. So here on this back side, let me try to show you this better. Yes, this is not coffee dyed, this is printed. She also has gorgeous background pages. This is a type of ledger paper that she has coffee or tea dyed, and then she scanned it, and it's a kit from her. Here I made a collage with music, vintage music paper, and here this in the background is a printable that is in black and white and printed on craft paper, and I added a fussy cut flower. This here is a book page from my stash. I made on the back side a collage. This was the half piece of one of her pages or pictures. A little bit collaging, and this says love. This comes, she has a lot of these words in her shop. You really should check them out. So, very grungy coffee stained page from me, and here again one of the scalloped circles, and I made them into a pocket. Black and white printable, printed on craft cardstock, and this here is another kit. This is not black and white, this she has already in her shop. Another quote: "Almost every person from childhood has been touched by the unstunned beauty of white flowers." Tucks in here. Here's a little bit of, this is super grungy, a little stamping. This is from Stampers Anonymous. Here, this page is from her. Gorgeous, gorgeous vintage page. And this is also from her, from another kit. This is, so you can always write here. She has scanned this ledger paper, and I printed them on the back side. Here, this is an envelope from a book page that I made. so that you can journal, that you can put stuff in there. So, here, this is also a piece of her page. And here again, one of these scalloped pockets and a fussy cut flower. And it says, every flower is a soul blossoming in nature. Sorry, I cannot talk today. So it's super early here. This is a printed page that I found in my stash. This is not from her. Gorgeous book page. And here I made this is from a piece of a wallpaper. I have used some brush colors on top. And here this is from her. This is again black and white, printed on stationery paper, backed with another piece of paper, coffee stand. And these giant mason jars are so fun. They are also in black and white. She also has some already colored, but I have chosen to go with black and white again on marbled stationery paper, and I backed it with craft cardstock. So lots of cool journey. Here you can see this was a file folder. So a little collage with some washi here. It says blossom here on this word. Here, this is a good example. You can see this Botanicals in black and white, and I printed it on craft paper. Sorry, Ruffle. More collaging from me, always using bits and pieces from her kits in the backgrounds and then the flowers on top. This pocket comes with the kit, and I especially like the shape of this pocket. It's very different from other pockets. Excuse me. This also comes from her, black and white printable, and printed on my paper. And here, this tag I made myself, craft cardstock. Lots of collaging here in the background and the flower on top. Sewn around, lots of sewing. Really a lot of work, but I really enjoyed it. Stampers Anonymous stamp, some script here in the background, little ruffle. Another one of this scallop pockets. I could not stop making scallop pockets, I don't know why. So this says, love is the flower you've got to let grow. Here this, I show you this on the other side, is again a ledger paper that she dyed and scanned. And this is one of her gorgeous pages. Isn't that gorgeous? So I really needed a lot of her kits. I made this pocket out of one of her pages. Here this word says beautiful. And this is hers, printed black and white on stationery paper. And this little collage, this is an index card, and I collaged here on top and put flowers on top. So, it's a book page from Britain. Britain. I can't remember. The book page. Gorgeous book page. So, and here, this is an Edith Holden piece of her pages, and I turned it into a tuck. Again, Tsunami Rose. And I made this myself with collaging and a flower on top. Here a black and white printable, printed on craft cardstock. And then here again from her. And this I made, this tag, I collaged it and everything. So it's really filled from her, and I put here a flower on top. Made this into a pocket. Here this is coffee stained through a stencil. This is what it says, natural. A little collage here with bits and pieces and flower on top. The paper ruffle I had when I printed the black and white printables on craft paper, and I have used them here and there. I have always strips left and I turned them into paper ruffle. This comes in another one of her kits. These are from her giant jumbo. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I link it in the description box. There will be a lot of links. So I turned it into the middle into a pocket and I put this in there. Come on. Okay. Gorgeous. Paper ruffle. A little something. This says generous. This is a scrappy embellishment I made with her pieces. So every time I had some pieces left, I made scrappy embellishments or cluster or something like that. This is from her, a printable. So is this, and this is another of the giant mason jars, and a little collaged index card from me. Here's the gorgeous page from her. And I put a flower here on top. So here a little embellishment, scrappy embellishment with flower on top. Here this is a fold out pocket inspired by Terry Woods. A tag I made and one of her black and white printables. So this folds out completely. I think meanwhile you know this. Is the other side a Richard Bell. Richard Bell's Britain. That's from this book. Here I made a printed black and white printable on craft cardstock. And now this is clipped here over the page, so you can journal here. I've clipped this with this clippy thingy. Some stamping and a little bit of a ruffle. Gorgeous pocket again, and from her, and this is from me. Here again, also I really made a lot of these embellishments. I tried to decorate almost every page. Not every page, but almost. Here you can see it again, black and white printable on craft paper. So when you chose to go with black and white printables, you can print them on every background you want. This little word says dreamy, and here's a, I would say triple pocket, but now 1, 2, 3, 4, it's more than a triple pocket. So this says vibrant, and then I have made here little tags, little journal card, mini tags. This says original, what does this says? Charming, impressive, so very inspirational. Backside of the gorgeous book page. Some washi and some stenciling. It's not from her. And here I wrote, quote again, if we could see the miracle of a single flower, clearly our world, life would change. Here this is from her. It says you're also creative. gorgeous page. I haven't filled it. I need to fill it. I will make myself here a mark so that I need to fill this little pocket with a quote. I have more quotes, I will fill it. So this collage here, this word says refreshing. Like I said, she has lots of very inspirational words in her shop. And this here is a piece of one of her pages. It's a book page. A scrappy collage sewn around, messy, and a flower on top. This is from me, and this one is from Nick the Boxsmith. So here's another quote. One touch of nature makes the whole world kin. Shakespeare. And here this printable in black and white on craft cardstock. And here a little index card. So like I said, the threads, I let them long. I like this. If you don't like it, cut them short. Flower. This here is a page from her. Gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. And index card, stamped, and flowers on top. So this pocket is from a book page. Here I can show you. And I put here her tag in there. And on the back side we have here again one of her gorgeous pockets. And a tag I made. So I have no idea how many time we have now. This is this. Like I said, I will fill a quote into this little scalloped pocket thingy, and I will show you the other one. Like I said, the style is very similar, but they are not equal because the pages from this journal are not in the other and from the other are not here. So I try to make it quick. We have already 22 minutes, I see. Ooh. So you recognize this gorgeous fabric. I had a whole curtain of them and now I have not much left, but I loved it. So, messy sewn around, gorgeous fabric, and a collage. I call this Vibrant, this journal. The other one was Courage, this is Vibrant. Here again I made a collage. Here also daisies, bits and pieces. Sari closure. Set some eyelets. So, again, from her, this tag also, and my mason jar. So you see, the style is very, very similar, but this page is, for example, not in the other one. And this is also not the same picture as in the other one. Other fussy cut flowers, so the earth has music for those who listen. The quotes are also not the same, so it is not equal. It's not from her, but the background here is from her. This ledger and coffee or tea dyed ledgers, and then she scanned it. This says terrific. This is from her here. So is this. So you can also just collage with the papers. You can do so much things. Study nature, love nature, stay close to nature. It will never fail you. Here, this is another clip, and this is another fold over thingy. So it says ideal and tender. This triple pocket that has 4 pockets. Sorry. A triple pocket that has 4 pockets. or 5. Now for collage I made, it says lucky, little tags, collaged. This is flourishing, this journal card here, positive, grounded and zealous. In nature nothing is perfect and everything is perfect. Gorgeous. So from her, here this is not from her. This was a public domain. Book page. This is from her, the black and white, printable, printed on craft paper. Am I losing the light? No, not yet. Collage, here bits and pieces from her with a flower on top. This pocket is from her. So is this card. It's the same procedure, black and white, printed on another color of page. And I made this collage here. And by the way, this is also from her, from a completely different kit, because I also had purchased in the past a kit from her. This little word says delightful. And this quote says, adopt the pace of nature, her secret is patience. Also a Richard Bell book page. And this is also a fold out. I show you this. You can fold it completely out. And you have a spot for hidden journaling. It stays close because of the book page. This is a tag I made, collaged. This is a pocket from one of her pages. Here, one of my collaged tags. And from her, no, this is a journal card I made. Here, this in the background is a page from her, and I put a flower here on top and turned this into, fold it over and turn it into a pocket. This is from her. This little thingy, this is a cluster, it's also a tuck. I haven't tucked anything in there. You can tuck something in there. It says embrace. And here also another one of these big elements. And I put a journal card in there. This is the center. This cluster says marvelous. And here in this pocket, one of her giant mason jars. They are really, really fun. And journal card I made. This pocket is the black and white printable, printed on craft cardstock, and this is black and white printable on stationery paper. They are from her. I really love them, and I really enjoyed just that I can print them on any paper I want to. It's really great. So if I want to choose a gray background, I can print on gray. If I want a green background, I can print on any background I want. So this folds out. Ta-da! So this is again from her, the background pages. So you, because of the lines, you have really great space to write and journal. This little word says wisdom. And here her page, and I tried to go on this set with the same color of this flowers. They are not the same flowers, but they have the same colors. This is from her, and this is I made. So lots of collage tags and journal cards. This is a page from her, printed on craft paper. This also has an envelope from a book page that you can fill. Here, this is the book page. Just clipped this envelope over. Some washi. It's not from her, this was public domain. a collage. This is from her, from one of her pictures. And this is a quote. My wish is to stay always like this, living quietly in a corner of nature. Monet. Some stamping from Stampers Anonymous. This word says flourishing from her here. This here is also with brush colors on a piece of wallpaper. And this is, I really enjoy this giant monster tags. Little collage. Harmonious. Folds out. I love this paper. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Dazzling. And this is from her, and this also. The back side of the book page. Here I have used some leftovers from her and just put a flower on top. And this here is the background from her. This is always ledger paper that she has dyed and then scanned from me. And this printed here on top is from Nick. If you listen carefully, the silence is beautiful. Fussy cut flowers, some stenciling, and this here is one of hers. And the index card stamped and fussy cut flower on top, and that's the last side here, last page from her. And this pocket is from her, and I made this tag. So yes, it was so many stuff, and so I ended up with 2 journals. It was really fun, gorgeous pages. Check out her shop. She has also a Facebook group. I put all her links down into the description box. I will list them in my shop, and I hope you like them. Check her out. I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching and your patience with this long video, and see you soon. Have a fabulous day. Bye.